Santham Academy. Welcome to Digital Kaksha. To get updates on new videos, click the subscribe button and the bell icon.
The third poem from First Flight. The name of the poem is A Tiger in the Zoo. It is written by Leslie Norris. The poet has picked a theme which is really of a great concern. The poet is talking about the mental condition of a caged tiger. So let us see what the poem talks about. The line goes like this. He stalks in his vivid strips, the few steps of his cage, on paths of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. The poet once have been to zoo, where he saw a caged tiger, and the caged tiger was not very happy because he was in the captivity. We all know that wild animals, they are in habit of living with freedom. When their freedom is taken away, they do not seem like living a normal life. Here, the poet is comparing the lives of the tiger outside the cage and inside the cage. When any of the animal is in its natural habitat, the animal is actually living in freedom. But here, the tiger was found in a cage. So his life inside the cage was entirely different from the life in the natural habitat. So the poet is comparing these two lives of the tiger. We can also see the contrast between freedom and captivity, how beautifully the poet has compared and thrown light on this contrast. Let us see the poem line by line. The poem goes like this. He stalks in his vivid strips, the few steps of his cage. There in the zoo, the poet found that the tiger was moving to and fro in a caged cell. It was a concrete cell in which the tiger was kept. Although he was given all the facilities, including the food that he wanted, yet he is not happy. He is not comfortable in that concrete cell. Why is he not comfortable there? Because the cage is not suitable for him. It is small in size, where he is not able to move and roam around freely like that of natural habitat. He could hardly take few steps from one place to another and then turning again and taking those few steps. It seems that the tiger was very restless. So here the poet is feeling very bad looking at this pathetic condition of the tiger. The tiger looks majestic because he is created in such a beautiful way that it attracts the visitors. But his condition inside the cage is not very good. His strips on his body is really very attractive and bright in color. And when he walks, he has velvety pads under his paws. So his paws are so paddy that when he is walking, it is not making any noise. And that helps him to catch his prey. Because when he is making the movement, his feet are so paddy that they do not produce any sound. And so the victim or the prey of the tiger never realize that there is danger nearby. Here the tiger seems full of rage because he is caged inside a zoo. He seems quiet also, although he was quiet, but that anger could be seen through his body language. And he knew that he was helpless. Even though he wanted to go out of that cage, but he knew that he cannot. So the poet has noticed that frustration through his body language. Let us see the second stanza of the poem. The second stanza tells, he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. Here, the poet in the second stanza is talking about the tiger in its natural habitat. The first stanza is described the condition of the caged tiger. In the second stanza, the poet is telling that had this tiger been in its natural habitat, it would have been seen somewhere seated under the shady tree, taking rest, waiting for its victim to come near the water hole where normally the animals reach to drink water during daytime. And that is the exact place where tigers keep on waiting, hiding themselves in the long grasses so that those victims, their prey, cannot see them. And they take the advantage of the situation and attack. When they attack, they kill the particular animal, and that's how they feed themselves. Although the tiger is given every basic need that he has in the cage, yet he is not happy because he is not enjoying that feast that he could have enjoyed in the open area in its natural habitat. So here he is restless and very much frustrated. Let us proceed to the third stanza of the poem. The poet imagines, what if the tiger is not getting food in its natural habitat? Let's see what the lines of the poem tells. It tells that he should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Here the poet is imagining if the tiger is not getting food in its natural habitat, he is tend to move towards the village. So at the edge of the jungle, after which the village begins, the tiger stands, snarls there, that is making a very terrifying sound there, so that he gets food somewhere. And so when he is sighted by the villagers, then the villagers are in terror. And this tiger moves towards the village with the hope that there at least he would get food. So here the poet is talking about that is just imagining. So here the poet is imagining that when a tiger is not getting food in his natural habitat, he moves towards the village, and there he terrorizes the villagers who are living peacefully and who have never expected a tiger to enter into their premises. The reason of adding this third stanza is that through it, the poet wants to warn the human beings that we should stop destroying the natural habitat of these wild animals. Mostly tigers live in jungle, and very rapidly the jungles are getting disappeared because of the human activities. So here through the third stanza, the poet is warning the human beings not to destroy their natural habitat, otherwise they will be forced to move into our habitat, and then it would really be difficult for us to live with such fearsome wild animals. Let us see what the poet is talking in the fourth stanza. So, the lines of the poem tells like this. But he is locked in the concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. In the fourth stanza, the poet is talking about the caged tiger again. When the tiger is caged, he finds it difficult to take rest. Often, the visitors are disturbing him a lot. Many a times when we visit zoo, we know that the small children, even the elderly people, they disturb the animals even when they are at rest. So here, the tiger finds it difficult to take rest because every day this is happening, that visitors, some of them are really decent and some of them disturbs him a lot, that frustrates him. So here tiger is personified. The tiger takes no notice of the visitors who are visiting the zoo because he is fed up of looking at them. And here the visitors, when they find the tiger resting in a corner and is not able to see it properly, they do some or the other thing to make the tiger wake up and start walking. Because they want to see such a fearsome, a wild animal from so close. So they disturb the animal. And here, in such situation, the tiger ignores the visitors. How much sound do they produce? Whatever they do to call it, to disturb it, it is seated at a particular place sometimes, but these visitors are not allowing him to take rest. Moreover, due to their presence, the tiger is unable to take rest. In the last paragraph of the poem, the poet is talking about his hope of getting freedom. Although the tiger knows that he won't be freed from where he is now, yet he has a hope. He is always staring at the stars with some hope. Let's see the lines of the poem. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. The poet is talking about that at daytime he is getting disturbed, even because of the patrolling cars also. At night time, very often he is not getting proper rest. See, there are many reasons for a caged tiger to get frustrated. But when those things are happening in a natural habitat, the tiger may not get frustrated because he has the freedom. Here, his freedom has been taken away. So, every single thing is disturbing him. And here, the tiger at night time keeps on staring at the stars with a hope if they can help, if they can bring a change in his monotonous life. The poet ends the poem with the line that the tiger still has the hope of getting freedom someday from here. And with that hope, he keeps looking at the stars at night as if he is trying to seek help from them. If you can help me to come out of this present condition, please help me free from here. Dear children, do you think that it is good to conserve such wild animals in a zoo? My answer would be no, not at all, because these animals are very happily living in their natural habitat. They are made to live in natural habitat, and when we try to cage them inside, it really becomes difficult for them to manage, because they love to walk freely, they love freedom and captivity. We human beings even don't like. So although those animals cannot talk and express their views, yet by being a human, we should understand that we must always leave them in their natural habitat, because there only they get the happiness to its peak. So children, never ever try to keep any animal in a cage, because when they are caged, their natural tendencies, their nature changes, and they are not living happily. As if when someone keeps us inside or locked in a room, we don't feel happy. Similarly, after all, they are also a living being. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more.